So many people have stopped investing in cryptocurrencies, because they think it is a scam, or a fraud. But Ethereum won't go anywhere, and of course, it is not a scam or a fraud. It is actually the opposite, it is an opportunity that just started. But before we can start, first we have to analyze what happened. So what is the reason for Ethereum's crash? A lot of people believe that Ethereum did crash because of scams and regulations. But that is not the full story. Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies dropped because they were set up for a crash. But how could that happen? So 2 years after the introduction of Ethereum, the price of one Ether coin jumped to $400 in a small amount of time. That was the first time that people got aware of Ethereum. Shortly after, it crashed from $400 to $200. After that big drop, it continued his upward trend to $400 again, and then dropped once again to $250. So Ethereum then moved sideways for a while without huge jumps. Later at the beginning of 2018, the cryptocurrency hype started, and everyone was trying to get into the crypto market. So Ethereum's value per coin suddenly exploded, and peaked at around $1,400. Shortly after that, big investors sold all their coins, and Ethereum crashed to $400 in a short amount of time. So Ethereum crashes were not something new. It was a simple repeat of the market. But why does that happen? So Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies grew mostly by the purchase of coins by enthusiasts and beginners. So they didn't know much about blockchain or cryptocurrency, they just thought they can get wealthy in a short amount of time, but that was not the case. Sadly, they were the ones that had to suffer the most when the crypto bubble burst. So it took Ethereum 2.5 years, from 2015 until 2017, to gather enough excited people to create the first crypto bubble. It then crashed, and many people lost a lot of money. But what is now next for Ethereum? It seems that the next wave of overly excited people will be gathered throughout the next 4 years. But this time, they will understand the technology behind it, and therefore also understand the huge potential. As a result, it might be possible that the price of an Ether coin can surpass $1,300. So Ethereum could be able to achieve a huge 1000% increase once again. This sounds impossible, but you can still call it a small bubble by today's standard, as the total valuation of the crypto market is only about $800 billion. This is pretty low if you compare it to the dot-com bubble with near $9.5 trillion. So as we can see, there is a lot of space for Ethereum to grow in the future. So what are the trends of Ethereum in the next years? The analysis has already shown that the crypto market, and especially Ethereum, has suffered a lot in the past year. As a result, a lot of people have lost their money. So there are not many people that want to trade with cryptocurrency or invest in Ethereum. This sounds negative at first sight, but it is actually good for us. So because most people don't want to invest in crypto anymore, the trading volume will drop. And as a result of the low trading volume, the price volatility will be much lower. So it is easier to realize when the cryptocurrency market bottomed. In addition, the developer of Ethereum is making huge changes. With Serenity, they want to address a lot of problems. These new developments are Plasma, Casper, Beacon Chain, sharding, and more. In addition, there are also more institutional investors that will join the crypto market. This is a good sign that at the end of the year the crypto market could see huge gains again. Of course, Ethereum will never have such a huge bull run again as in 2017. But we can expect small runs at the end of the year. So what is our Ethereum investment strategy now? The cryptocurrency market lost a lot of value. The reason for that is that a lot of investors have turned their backs. But as Warren Buffett said before, be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. You should always keep that in mind when you invest in Ethereum. Following the trend, we expect an uptrend again in around 2 years. In 4 years it might reach his high point and crash again. So Ethereum probably won't be worth $1,000 next year, but it could be worth $300 next year, and around $1,000 in 3 years again. So we advise you to stay calm and be patient. Use the first half of the year to learn everything about Ethereum. It is important to understand what you are investing in. The future for Ethereum looks good. So our advice is to wait until the end of the year, when Ethereum reached $80. Then buy small amounts and wait to see if the market stabilizes. If that's the case, invest in larger quantities.